What's up guys, it's X-Rays and welcome to Behind the Horror. Now I guess you're probably wondering what this series is going to be like, or what exactly is this series about. So basically this whole series, Behind the Horror, is going to be me going through every single one of the zombie maps and talking about a little bit about the inspiration behind the idea of the maps. So Farouk, for instance, is an asylum, so I could talk about creepy stories that happened in asylums, what exactly happened there. And since we're starting off with Nacht, Untoten, then we gotta cover where exactly did the whole idea for zombies come from. So in today's episode of Behind the Horror, we're gonna cover where the inspiration for zombies came from, where the whole game mode came from, and just exactly why it even came out. You know, because before World at War there was COD 4, everybody loved COD 4. So when Treyarch was making World at War, they needed to come up with something that would help them stand out, because they were still doing kind of World War style multiplayer while COD 4 was already futuristic. You know, it was you know, the future already, and they were stuck in the past, so they needed something that would make them stand out. So in today's episode we are going to cover Nacht, Untoten, and we're just going to cover where the idea came from and how it happened. Alright, so the idea behind Nacht, Untoten wasn't even zombies at first. The people at World at War, the Treyarch, you know, when they were making this kind of separate game mode that you could play, the first thing that came to mind to them was a tower defense game. So if you guys don't know what a tower defense is, it's basically any game where you have a horde of something trying to take down a castle, or trying to, you know, try to get into whatever safe haven you have. So games like Plants vs Zombies is also a tower defense. You try to destroy them before it gets too close to you, and they destroy whatever the place you're at. It could be a castle, it could be a little house, an abandoned ship. It doesn't really matter. The whole point is you defending against a horde of stuff. So what ended up happening is they wanted a tower defense game. You know, at first they wanted that kind of mode, and it kind of expanded. One of the developers was actually, they suggested that he should play a game called The Last Stand. And for you guys to understand what kind of game this is, I'm gonna put it up you know, on the screen for you guys to check it out as well. This is what Last Stand is. It's a flash game. Basically you're, you know, on this one end, then zombies are walking towards you. It's 2D obviously, and you know, while he was playing the game, he said he was getting really into it. It was a lot of fun, taking down as many zombies as he could, doing upgrade stuff like that. And as he was playing it, he was thinking to himself, you know, how amazing would this game look if it was in first person? If you were in a building, zombies were coming at you, and obviously he had ideas for things he wanted to add, you know, double points being a couple of stuff, power-ups, and then eventually they started adding perks and everything into the game. But at the time it was kind of like, whoa, this is really awesome. We got this 2D zombie tower defense game, and he already had it in his head, this would be amazing in first person. So Nacht, Untoten, the whole zombie mode, the whole zombie franchise that ended up coming from Call of Duty, came from the idea of a flash game. And this flash game doesn't even look that good. I mean, honestly, I bet if you play it, it does, you know, end up being a really fun game to play and everything, but it doesn't look as amazing. If you compare this to World at War Zombies, Black Ops 2 Zombies, it's nothing like it, because Black Ops 2 and World at War, you know, when people first started playing that game, it was such an addicting game. No one had ever seen anything like this. First person zombie, you gotta, you know, make sure that they don't get inside, don't overwhelm you. And the idea came from this flash game, which is very interesting. Now, another thing that a lot of people don't know is that the maps, you know, the inspiration for the maps themselves, a lot of them actually came from multiplayer maps. So Nacht, Untoten was a map that, you know, it's based on this kind of base camp, you're trying to survive, and it's actually based off the map Airfield. In Airfield, there's a section in the map where you go kind of like into this little bunker place. There's a jeep by it. If you go inside, it looks very similar to this map. You know, obviously it's not crumbled up and everything. There's no gates and stuff getting in the way. But it's the same map. It's a bunker where you go into, and you can see it in multiplayer. So at the time, at World at War, when they were making the zombies mode, they ended up using inspirations from the maps around the game, the multiplayer maps, and made them into zombie maps, and ended up making an amazing franchise. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Behind the Horror. We're gonna go right next to the next map for Rook. I'm gonna cover asylums, creepy stories, stuff like that. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Behind the Horror. If you did, remember to slap a like, any favorite. It shows that you guys are enjoying this. And if you guys have any suggestions or anything that you guys have learned as well, leave it in the comment section below. And if you guys have any constructive criticism, feel free to do so as well. Leave some down below. I always take everything and I try to use it to improve. Anyways guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Behind the Horror. I'll see you guys next time with episode 2, following up with Farouk. And have a nice day guys. I'm X-Rays, I'm out. Peace.